So hi everyone, this is Gathering Grounds Coffee, and I'm Doug Coster here to demonstrate how we use how we brew coffee. We actually have two stations. One is for the grinding of the coffee, and then the second station is for the brewing of the coffee. We have actually four places where we can brew the coffee. Before we get started, we need to know where the supplies of coffee are. So they're located down here. We have four flavors. Flavors could change, so I'm not going to get into the details of those flavors, but they are all labeled, and this is where we store them. So let's start with the grinding stations. The grinding station, consists of these four hoppers where we store the coffee. And in order to actually, before we can get them to grind the coffee, we have to make sure that there's enough coffee in the hoppers. So I'm going to move over here. Now, it just so happens that these were previously filled, so I'm not going to be able to fill them, but what I did was I determined that we needed some decaffeinated French roast. It says it here, and here's your decaffeinated French roast here. What I'm going to do is take off the cover, and I'm going to fill the hopper with the French roast. And when I'm done, I'm going to put the cover back on again. Put it back in its place. In this segment, we're going to demonstrate how to grind the coffee. And what we have here is we've got our four flavors, and then we have the coffee grinder. The coffee grinder itself has some settings in it. It's got a left hand for grinding this one, and it's got a right-handed grinder for the one that's currently empty. What we're going to do is demonstrate how to grind, but before I do that, I just want to explain the settings here. You can see that we've got some buttons here, okay? And if I were to grind on this side, we would be pushing this button. If I was to grind on this side, it's going to say, please wait, because there's nothing to grind there yet. We have a grind button, and we have a stop button. So in the event that you're in the middle of grinding something, you realize, whoops, I didn't do this properly, we have a way to hit the stop button. So now let's say that I need to grind some decaffeinated French roast. I'm going to take it off of here and slide it in to the grinder. Now, I just did that slowly. I'm going to repeat this. So what you want to do is to make sure that this is lined up properly and clicks. It's in there nice and solid now. The next thing I'm going to do is take where we're going to grind the coffee. Now I've already taken a filter off, and I'm going to put it in here nice and tight so it doesn't loosen. And then I slide the filter and the contents in here so it locks nice and tight. Do that one more time for you. Slide it in. Next, we're going to grind the coffee. There are three levels here, and each of these levels correspond to half gallon of coffee, a gallon of coffee, and a gallon and a half of coffee. I've decided I'm just going to make a half gallon of coffee. So I'm going to push the lower button, and then when I'm ready, I'm going to hit grind. It's going to tell you to wait, and now it says it's ready to go. Now, just to make sure, I'm going to pull the coffee out, and you can see that the coffee is in the filter. Sometimes the filters don't cooperate, and you'll see there's grinds outside the coffee. There's none here, but if that were the case, all right, you're going to take another filter pour this in the filter, and then put it back.
Hold on. Good. Go.
In this segment, we're going to demonstrate how to brew the coffee. So I have already set up our French roast decaf, and we've set it under the Bun brewing machine. There are 3 levels here. Just like there were with the grinder, we've got a full level, which is 1.5 gallons. We have this level, which will brew 1 gallon of coffee, and we have this level that will brew 1/2 gallon of coffee. The machine says it's ready to brew. Water temperature is 205. And this button here says that enables brewing. So that means we can brew. If this button were off, you would not be able to brew. So this is your on-off switch. Generally, you don't have to touch this button. It's just telling you it's ready and it's on. I'm now going to take the ground coffee that's here. I'm going to slide it here. I also, let me just do one other thing here. This currently has a cover on it. We want to make sure the cover's off before we slide what we're going to brew. So this is open, it's now aligned, we're ready to brew. I'm going to hit the brew button next. And it's going to take about 2 minutes in this case for 1/2 gallon of coffee. You can see that it's brewing here, it's lined up, it's not going to, it's not dripping anywhere else. It's really important that you make sure that the coffee that's being brewed lines up to the coffee urn, because otherwise it may, and it's happened many times, it'll leak around on the outside. So the coffee has got about 10 seconds left to brew, and once it gets to 0, it's going to tell you now it's in a dripping mode. So the water is still coming through whatever left of the coffee grounds, and it's simply dripping. There is a safety feature on this coffee machine that if you were to try to pull this out before the dripping is done, it's locked. So no fear of that. And the same thing applies while it's brewing. It will not allow you to remove the grounds until it's done. We've got another 30 seconds or so left here. So the coffee has stopped dripping, and we're ready to actually, it's probably safe to remove. It's still dripping a little bit, not a problem. I'm just going to come over. What we want to do when we're done is to, before we move the coffee out of the way here so whatever is left over doesn't drip anymore, I'm going to do this, pull this out, and just have a washcloth or something underneath it. Okay? And then we're going to go and dump this out. Open. We can then take the coffee, close the cover, and then move it to one of the carts and ready to be served.